third round of Israeli airstrikes on Syrian army positions, reporter Tehran, FNA. Field sources in Damascus province said on Saturday that the Syrian army's air defense units confronted the third wave of Israeli air raids in the western part of Damascus province. The sources said that air defense units repelled the third round of Israeli airstrikes on army positions in Al-Dimas region, tracking and destroying the Israeli air-to-surface missile before hitting the target on the ground. In the meantime, the AMN reported that the Israeli Air Force fired several missiles at a number of military points near the occupied Golan in western Ghouta, adding that the Syrian forces tracked 2 of the fired missiles. Meantime, the Israelis claim that they have halted the raids. "Our operation has been terminated," spokesman for the Israeli army announced a few minutes ago. Also, Israeli media reported that Tel Aviv has called on Washington and Moscow to meddle and take control over the situation. They said that residents in northern occupied Palestine are still in the shelters. The Syria's state-run Sana said that a situation of fear and anxiety has covered the northern part of occupied Palestine. Sana reported earlier today that the Syrian air defense units confronted a new raid of Israeli fighter jets in Damascus province airspace. The news agency further quoted a military source as saying that the air defense units repelled the Israeli jets' fresh attack on army positions in the southern part of the country. Israel's Channel 2 has also reported that the Ben Gurion airport near Tel Aviv had temporarily halted air traffic. The Syrian military had hit at least one Israeli F-16 aircraft that attacked positions inside Syrian territory, sending it down in flames and smoke. Over the past years, Israel has frequently attacked targets in Syria, often claiming that it hit positions or convoys belonging to Iran. This is while Iran has no military presence in Syrian territory, only offering advisory military assistance to the Syrian government fighting an all-out foreign-sponsored militancy. Damascus stressed on Thursday that the repeated Israeli attacks on Syria are a continuation of Israel's aggressive approach represented by supporting terrorist groups to prolong the crisis in Syria and to raise the morale of the terrorists. In a letter sent to the United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres and the UN Security Council, Syria's foreign ministry stressed that the continuation of Israel's attacks only serves to support terrorist groups and to prolong the crisis in Syria. The government of the Syrian Arab Republic reiterates its warning to Israel on the serious repercussions of its attacks on Syria, its continued support for armed terrorist organizations, and its continued occupation of the Arab territories, including the occupied Syrian Golan, and it holds Israel fully responsible for that, it said. It further went on to condemn the Tel Aviv regime's latest attack in which Israeli aircraft launched missiles from the Lebanese airspace on an area in Damascus countryside. The letter noted that the attack coincides with the launching of more than 1,000 rockets and mortar rounds during the past few days on neighborhoods, suburbs, diplomatic missions, service facilities, and churches in Damascus and other cities, where dozens of civilians were killed and hundreds others were wounded, most of them women and children. The letter concluded by calling on the UN and the Security Council to condemn such actions and to take firm and immediate measures to halt those attacks. During the past few years, Israel has frequently attacked military targets in Syria in what is considered as an attempt to prop up terrorist groups that have been suffering heavy defeats against Syrian government forces.